All right, here she is, everyone, Diane Franklin. Oh, yeah, it's just me. I guess the applause will... Diane, you want to come on out here and join me on the couch?
Sorry.
It's the world we live in.
Yeah.
Hello, Diane.
Hi.
I am completely blown away, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell everyone right now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this isn't a huge deal to me. Diane Franklin is an actress who is in not one, not two, a ton of really incredible movies, and I mean, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot that I'm excited to talk about. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and
thank you for inviting me.
It's the pleasure is mine. Okay, let's get a close up on this. The Last American Virgin, okay? Starring, there she is, Diane Franklin. Yeah. Is a movie that I'm going to say I've seen thousands of movies over the years, you know, and most of them are forgotten, but I've never ever forgotten The Last American Virgin. I remember the first time that I saw it, it jarred me out of my seat. And it's actually, I would say, it's like a rare jewel of a movie. It's one of a kind. It could never be duplicated. It's just incredible for so many reasons. And this was your first movie.
It was my first movie. And you're not the only person who has been affected by this movie. I have to say, I never thought that this film would be even remembered. And it's unbelievable that people are still watching this film today.
Oh.
And people love this film. I mean, it is such a wonderful film. It's got a lot of heart, but to me, I really think that this film is sex education for guys. That's what I see. Because a guy would never come to see this movie. They learn if it was put in as a love story. But because it's sort of like got that sexy thing going on, then guys want to watch it, and then they go, wait a minute, what's up with this? So then they learn about love.
Well, there's so many elements to the movie. I mean,
what did you like? Tell me.
Oh my God! It's it starts off, and you feel like it's almost just the perfect 1980s teen sex comedy thing. I mean, it's got like the most amazing look and locations, and like the clothes that everyone's wearing. It just seems so. It's like a perfect example of a fun teen sex comedy.
It is. And it came out the same time as Fast Times.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which is another brilliant movie. But this movie, this one's a little different. This movie has also a very serious and heavy dark side.
Right.
That, I mean, it's heavy and in places very dark, and
you just don't forget it.
No, you like I said, I've never. I mean, there's going to be spoilers revealed in this.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's out there for a long time.
If you don't want to have this ending spoiled, go away now. Just go someplace else, because you don't want this to be ended. Go watch the movie and then come back and watch this, because the ending is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
So okay, if they're all gone, are they gone? Are you gone? Now, if you're not gone. Now you're going to get some spoilers.
You are going to get some spoilers.
Yeah.
The guy. Okay. First of all, you play Karen.
Yes.
Okay. Which was like a really interesting part, because Karen was like, she was really nice, and then in certain places she was a little, I would say almost flippant or distant. You know what I mean?
My feeling about Karen was that this character was a girl she should have been like just the girl. You know, it could be anybody. And she was the object of Gary's affections. And he fell in love with her. And so I had to play it very neutral. And I remember when I got it, I mean, I actually have a lot of more personality in my life. So I had to play it very, very innocent, and not that I'm not innocent, but I had to play it very quiet and sort of the opposite to who I am as a person.
Right. Was that hard to do?
Very.
Especially because it was your first movie.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'd been acting for a while, but it was
Yes.
definitely a character for me.
Right,
It was
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
something different. Although, obviously, I mean, I related to that character in a lot of ways too, so I put my heart into it, and I think that that's probably what shows. I think the reason why that movie was so difficult to watch for guys is that you do not see it coming, because when I played it very sincerely, and I played it with my heart, and so I didn't play it like the girl you would hate. So you want Gary
Yeah.
and her together.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what I thought would be, like, you want to see them together until the end. So then, therefore, it changes, so.
Yeah. You know, okay, I want to ask, people are going to be calling in on the phone and on FaceTime.
Exciting.
But before we get to them, I want to ask, I think I have probably 1,000 questions about this movie and others, but the number one question that I want to get out of the way is, when you're making a movie, you have no idea, you know, how it's going to turn out in the end. It doesn't matter who you are or what's going on. You have no idea. And I really want to know what you, and maybe what, you know, the rest of the cast thought, but particularly you thought, or do you even remember what you thought the first time you saw the movie?
Oh, that's a good question.
Were you as jarred as I was?
No, because I read the script.
Right.
But that's interesting. I actually don't remember the first time I saw it.
Okay.
But I remembered I really liked it more than I thought I would.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't think you would like it that much?
I kind of, well, you know, when you do a film, you don't, I mean, certainly it was my first film. I didn't know who, you know, what the director's idea was, or their intention, and I didn't know about the music, and so you don't know how it all comes together in the end, how it's portrayed.
Right.
So to me, when I did it, I trusted my gut, and I loved the director, and I loved the cast, the people I worked with, but I didn't know how it was going to be presented. So after I saw it, I thought it was pretty devastating. And then actually I didn't see it for a very long time, and then I saw it recently, and then that just was...
Really? You only saw it recently for the first time again?
I didn't see it for a long time, and then I saw it recently, the whole thing, like, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm such a biatch. Like, no way. I'm just like, I am not going to play that. I just didn't like myself. I thought, oh no, what did I do? But
man.
I would never have made that choice in real life, honestly.
Right.
That's
of course
not
you
my
wouldn't
style.
have. I mean,
no
one thinks that. No one looks at you and thinks, oh, she would totally just do that.
In fact, when I did do the film, I remember, and we all of the actors got together and we said, you know, this is not going to be the ending, right? This is not how it's going to end. And the director, because it was based on his true life story, everything that happened to him, he was like, no, this is going to be like this, and you're not going to change it. And we were like, what? You know, so that was a big surprise. And that was actually when I learned as an actress that I don't write the script.
Right.
I act it. So.
Well, I mean, to me, that ending is the thing. It is the reason that movie is still being talked about.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, the funny thing is we haven't even said what the ending is yet, which is kind of cool of us that we're talking about. It is probably one of the most shocking endings I've ever seen in a movie. I mean, literally, I won't forget it. My fucking jaw dropped to the floor.
Can we say fucking?
That's the
okay?
shot? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is the last shot?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was
And then
just...
you sit there and wait, and you go, okay, what's going to happen? But you know, and then
Right?
okay, you're going, oh, that's not it. And so here's the deal. It's for an American audience. Everyone's like, what? We're used to a happy ending. But this is like a European ending.
Yes.
That's what the deal is. It's
Yes.
a European director, and he was born in Israel, and it was a remake of Lemon Popsicle. But I think it's awesome.
It is.
It's
It
just
is awesome.
It's
It is
just a
so
great ending.
awesome. And I brought this box because I'm going to get you autograph it.
Good, and I have a little present for you too. I have some presents.
Okay.
Should I give them like now?
What is all that noise? I mean, okay, let's go to this.
What's happening?
I'm going to collect those presents in a second.
All right.
I feel like this guy's pressuring me. He's staring at me
Okay.
from the side.
Hello.
Let's go to FaceTime for a second. What, are we okay in there? I hear people in the director's booth flipping out.
Are we? What's
No, we're
happening?
good. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Sweet.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Yeah, okay, cool.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you two?
I'm good. Who's this? Who are you? Where are you calling from? And we have Diane Franklin here.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Rick, calling from the Netherlands.
Rick from the Netherlands.
This is
This
exciting.
is so exciting. Hi, Rick.
Hey, so I have a question.
Perfect.
I studied movies, so I'm going to be making movies soon.
Wonderful, Rick.
But was it different in the 80s making movies? Like,
Yes, it was very different in the 80s. We had more
Yeah.
time. There was more time to make
More
movies.
time?
And there was more time, and there was, and you got to do retakes, and it was, and you got to spend more time on your characters, and. You know, I think it took about a month to shoot Last American Virgin. I think it was about a month. Of course, that film was done in guerrilla style filmmaking. You know, it was kind of like running from one place to the other. But that's probably the same. But it was, I think today, it's, everything has to be so quick. And because the attention span is not as long. So you have to really move your entertainment pretty fast, unless, of course, it's, you know, on purpose. So, but it's, yeah, there is a difference. There was a difference.
you also were allowed to smoke on set, I think.
Yes, yes, people were smoking. That's true. And they did, I mean, the
Yeah.
80s, there's drugs and, I don't know, sex, and that's the 80s, right? I mean, there
I'm
wasn't
not from
drugs
the
and,
80s,
and
but
sex on the
I've
set
heard.
that I know of, but that's okay, because it's, you know, we had to make a
Right.
movie,
Oh,
right?
sure. There was no drugs
Wink,
and sex on the set.
right?
Sure. Sure.
Right, except on film. That was what.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was
on
all yeah.
film.
They saved it for the film. Yeah.
Right. See.
Yeah. Totally. And it seemed so natural on
Yeah,
film
it
too.
was very natural, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
right?
hey, thanks for your call, Rick.
No problem. No
All right.
problem.
I
Happy to
love that you called me from the Netherlands. I wish
No
you
problem.
tremendous luck. If you have a film, call me, and I'll see if I can do your film. Okay?
I will try.
All right. All right. Bye.
Yeah, okay.
Bye, Rick.
Bye.
All right, let's go to a phone call here and see. Hello, caller. You're on the telephone with Diane Franklin.
I'm speaking to you right now.
You are.
Oh my goodness, my name is John.
I know who this is.
Yeah, get me. Oh my God.
Hi, John. How are you?
Oh, I was just gonna keep it classy for an opening and just say my heart goes out to all the Monique Chenets in Paris right now.
I know.
Oh, I know.
I know. All right. This is the day Paris was attacked. I mean, seriously,
Yeah,
I
this
was
sucks.
I was driving here and I was freaking out. I was like,
I know. We had it on the TV earlier,
Oh my
but we
gosh.
turned it off because we're trying to
I
do
know.
a show here.
Yeah, I know it's hard to block out, especially being a Better Off Dead fan. That's personally one of my favorite all-time comedies, 80s or other era, and it was just. I just thought of Monique Chenet, all the real life Moniques, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that's devastating. And I just really, it took a toll on me right now. I'm speechless. I wanted to ask you a question about the current work you're doing with your daughter, Olivia De Laurentiis, and I just want to say congratulations on the recent movie, Devin Bright and the
Oh,
Sister Boys, being
Devin
streamed
Bri-
tomorrow
Oh,
at the
yeah.
National Student Film Festival.
wait, John, wait. Do you mean this film?
Oh, here, let's get
This
a close
film
up.
I'm going to be giving Mike. This
Oh.
film, which my daughter wrote wrote and directed and acted in, and is hilarious.
Really? Is it a short?
It's a 35-minute short.
Oh wow, that's long for a short.
Yeah, and she's going to be. It's going to be at a film festival tomorrow at the International Student Film Festival of Hollywood, and you get that copy to see your own personal copy, and I will sign it, and I'm in it too.
You're in it?
I act in it.
Yes, she is.
Your daughter made this?
My daughter, she's now 19. She made it when she was
mother of,
18.
the 3 boys who make up the sensitive boys. And there's a couple of interesting details in the story about how she got her kids to be so effeminate and subservient to her will. I'll just keep it at that. But her introduction is also pretty amazing.
John?
She does these like boy band moves that somehow look even more attractive when she's doing it and the guys do it on stage in front of their preteen audience.
I send you a kiss, John. You're awesome. That was wonderful. Yes, you'll have to. You think you like me, but she's happening.
Awesome.
Olivia De Laurentiis. Olivia De Laurentiis. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and you can go on Vimeo and check. Anyway, what's happening now?
Well, the question I was going to ask is which of your daughter's films do you think is your favorite? Because you've played multiple roles in them. You've played a repressive mother who has a stay-at-home husband. You've played a crazed gypsy who demands she's giving out free amputations. You've played a worker who gets injured on the job and won't get workers' comp, so her daughter has to go and pretend she's the daughter of the boss and try to get the money on her. And you've played a Mrs. Bright, of course.
Yep.
And you're the producer of the films too, which is pretty awesome. Which of
I drove her.
roles in which films are your favorites of Olivia's?
Oh, I think I have. I love them all. She's so funny. My daughter is hilarious. And I would have to say, I think I like Love Child. It's because it's most intimate and sweetest. But you'll have to see all her stuff. She's quite the filmmaker, and this is the best kept secret. Nobody else, this is just between you and me and him. And that guy and John. We only people who know. That she's up and coming, and you'll keep an eye out for her when she does make it. You'll go, I knew her mother talked about her. So
awesome. Okay, well, thank you for your call, John.
Bye. Thank you.
We really appreciate it, and thank you for this DVD.
You're welcome.
While we got another caller here, which I just want to say. One of the things about The Last American Virgin, a FaceTime caller, is that I show everyone that I know this movie. I'm very excited about it. No, I bring them over. I want to sit them down and watch it.
You have a TV dinner, and you just kind of you guys, lean cuisine could be maybe, I'm not sure, it doesn't have to be.
Whatever fits in the microwave. We just stack them on top of each other.
And you just watch The Last American Virgin. And if they like it, they're in, and if they don't.
This guy liked it. This is Michael. He's calling on FaceTime from St. Louis?
St. Louis.
Michael.
St. Louis. I made him watch the movie.
Michael.
Yeah, we're both Michaels.
Michael, I have a question. Are you friends with me on Facebook?
I don't think so. Should I be?
Oh, you should be. Yes.
We can't. You're maxed out at exactly 5,000 friends.
Go to Diane. Oh, you're over here. Diane D. Franklin. And that's me. So, because I had to open a second one. Diane D. Franklin, but no period, just Diane D. Franklin,
all
right? And then you can friend me.
Can I friend you too?
Yes, I'm kind of sad.
We're gonna friend her, Mike.
Haven't done it.
We will. I will.
Everybody can friend me here in the whole. Yeah, all you guys afterwards. Yeah, just friend me and I'll be my friend.
Mike, did you have a question for Diane?
Yeah.
Oh well, I did, and it's a question that's on pretty much all of our minds with all the reboots and stuff these days. Can we expect a Last American Virgin 2 anytime soon?
That brings up another awesome thing. Okay.
Are you serious?
Yes.
No.
It's exciting. Okay. Brett Ratner is a wonderful director, and he's got the rights to Last American Virgin, and he told me he is interested in making it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
A sequel or a remake?
A remake. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of people who are not very happy right now that I said this, but the truth is, if they made it with the 2015 or 2016, like the media and the internet, savvy, and it made it really contemporary looking and sounding, and then did the same story, and I have to say they should keep the same ending.
Oh,
I
definitely.
think it would be unbelievable. I think it would be a great thing for the next generation.
The only problem
Still
is that
nothing like
And then they
it.
watch
After all
mine
these years,
first, right?
there's
This
no
my
ending like it.
generation. What? What'd you say?
What's that, Mike?
What?
Oh, I just said still after all these years, there's no ending like that.
No.
It's
What film ends like this? None. None. No one had the guts,
Fantastic.
right?
The only problem with the
Fantastic.
remake is that if it were contemporary music, it would totally suck compared to what they had in this
Oh
movie.
yeah, I know, but that's what they said then, right? No, yeah, you have to get a good soundtrack. That I have to admit. Yeah.
Oh.
They got those. Oh my gosh, they got that music.
Oh,
That's
the music in this movie is amazing. I mean, we've got the gleaming spires,
The look
who
of it
I
and-
love. Okay,
Well-
I just screwed up. Okay, we're good. Well, Mike, thank you for your call, man.
Mike, you have an
thank
awesome
you.
evening, and friend me on Facebook.
He's the coolest
I'm
guy.
gonna do that right now. Thanks, Diane. Thanks, Mike.
I'm honored that you like the film. That's cool.
Oh my God. Okay, so before I move on, I'm going to ask one more Last American Virgin question.
You don't have to move on. It's okay.
Well, it's just there's probably a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Okay.
And I could honestly talk about this one all night. But okay, so another film of the era.
Right.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yep.
Which is another movie that I love, and it's also very cool and has a great soundtrack and look, etc. They also have, an abortion scene.
Uh-huh.
Now that's another strange thing in The Last American Virgin is that there's an abortion scene, and it's here we have this creepy,
Oh, yeah.
creepy doctor looking directly at you as you're doing this. Next photo, Mike.
Right.
I mean,
Crying.
you're there literally crying and undressing in front of this creep.
Well-
In the
Yeah.
scene, he turns around and looks at you, you're crying and undressing before an abortion, which was a pretty shocking scene. This isn't even the shock we're talking about.
And the 80s that was when abortion was,
It was
it wasn't
Right.
looked on as something like, oh my gosh, abortion. It was looked on as an option.
Yeah,
for
option,
women,
medical procedure.
And the thing is, I think that was what made it, I think, to this day, difficult to watch is because I play someone who's like 16.
Yeah.
So that's the real controversial thing. But at the same time, regardless, watching an abortion scene, that doesn't happen. Like
No.
even
And
in
it's
Fast Times, did they
certainly-
show it? I
Oh no, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
like,
they didn't
no,
even
she
show
goes
it.
into the clinic in Fast Times,
And then
she
she
walks
leaves,
out.
right.
In The Last American
Yeah.
Virgin, we go right into the room with her. We see the instruments. She's
Yeah.
there crying.
It's much
You
rawer.
Two's I Will Follow is blasting. That's like how strange of a scene.
And-
Just one of the many
Yeah.
scenes where I'm just kind of like, what am I watching here? This is
And how can I be watching
amazing.
this? Right.
Yeah.
And also think of it this way, like, okay, so it shows, oh my gosh, if you have, relations with that woman,
Yes.
if you if you have stuff happening, then this can happen. So it's scaring the audience. It's scaring the girls and the guys.
Do you remember shooting that scene?
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
when you were
Oh.
on the day, was it like kind of just like another day at
Oh,
the office?
No, it was
or-
really, it was just a
It
day
was
at the
easy?
office. No, okay. It was just another day at the office. I mean, you
Lunch
go
is in
there.
10. Let's get this
Okay,
quick.
let's get this really fast. Let's move the scene along. Again, when I did it, I was trying to be very sensitive to the situation. I think it wasn't. At that time, all I could say is, as an actress, it was like, I loved playing these characters that were like deep, and so for me, like, oh my gosh, like to play the scene, I wanted to play it really legit and real, and so it wasn't as like I'm watching it and going, oh no, this is creepy. I'm experiencing it and going, oh no, this is this poor girl, like I'm playing this character. But then, this is the weird part. When I wake up
I know what you're gonna say.
from the abortion, okay? I've had an abortion,
This
all right?
is insane.
And now you're probably going to think the guy comes to me, all right? You're going to make that comment. My comment is, there's this beauty shot of me, and I come out of this like, and it's like angels. And that is the problem, I thought, more so than anything, because, guys are going to look at this and go, oh, when they wake up from the abortion, they're beautiful. So that to me was more of the candy coating of
Right.
it, you know?
Yeah, it was-
I mean, the other thing is more realistic in a way. In a way, it's dramatized,
No,
obviously.
that's
but
part of the strange
Right.
tone of the film. It's like
Yes.
she wakes up
Yeah.
from the abortion,
And
she
it's like-
looks at Gary,
Yeah.
and just flashes this big, beautiful smile.
And it's the
the
most-
lights
yeah.
coming through the window, and it's just like, whatever, we're
Right.
good now.
Right, we're all good. It's all good, right?
It's
like,
crazy. I love it. I love it.
But here's what this is. It's the male fantasy. It's the male fantasy, the beautiful girl, and she doesn't talk really a lot, and she's also, right? She's beautiful girls, they don't talk that much, right? And then, it's like, the portion, and it's a male fantasy until the end.
Right.
And sorry.
And then it's male reality.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah.
we're going to take another caller here.
Oh.
Hello, you're on the phone with Diane Franklin on Webovision.
I can't believe all these people are calling.
Hello?
Yeah, for real.
Hi.
Hey, Mike, it's Tina T.
Oh, hey, it's TNT. She's a Webovision aficionado. She watches all the shows.
Hi.
She's way into the Tom Green
Thanks for
scene,
watching
man.
this and calling. Yay.
Well, thank you. Yeah, my FaceTime wasn't working. My connection was slow, but I just wanted to call in. I just wanted to ask what it was like to be on Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Was it most excellent?
It was totally excellent. It was totally excellent. And Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter are totally excellent. They were so awesome. I mean, how could I not have a great time on that film? I just wish we had spent more time together because it was kind of like piecemeal, that
Right.
shooting it. It was like 1 minute. We shot a different ending in Arizona. We shot the prom. We shot the San Dimas prom in Arizona, and then they decided not to keep that. And we wound up in their garage at the end again.
Yeah, just to
So-
bring everyone up to speed, Diane was one of the medieval babes in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which
Which brings me to my next present
yes,
for you.
yeah, I was just gonna. I didn't want to sound like a jerk, but could I see these?
The
presents?
most excellent
the book.
adventures of the last American French exchange babe of the 80s. Yeah, you don't have to memorize it, okay? But just say Diane Franklin book.
Here, let
Look
me-
for it on Amazon. He's going to move.
I'm gonna close
Anyway,
up
this
it.
is a present for you, and I'm going to sign it for you. But this
Oh
is
my
my
God.
first book, my first book, and it's going to be. It's on Amazon. You can get it now. But I'm writing a second book, and I'm hopefully going to have it done by my birthday in February.
Oh man,
So
I'm
and
excited to read
that's
this.
cool. And my second book it's going to be really cool because it's got all these photos of my acting experience, but it's like all these beauty shots, but it's got a really cool.
Oh wow.
More information in that book. So I'll be publicizing. But you're the first person I think that I'm mentioning
That's
that I'm
cool.
actually going to have it come out in February. I would have had it done sooner, but my computer exploded. you know.
Got to back up.
So yeah, I didn't. Dang it! I have to start all over again. No, I had some backup, but still.
So you're from New York originally,
Yeah, I'm from
and did you move out here before you did The Last American Virgin or after?
I moved out here after Last American Virgin.
Because-
I did, yeah.
I mean,
it took me a while to actually commit to moving out to California.
Well, I was going to ask, like, when did you move out here full time, and what were your initial impressions of the city of Los Angeles?
Oh, well, when I first moved out here, I really was like, no, I got to go back to New York. Because I think that for me, I'm a New Yorker at heart, you know? It's like New York is my father, but then my husband is Los Angeles, right? I was torn. So, I mean, I loved like New York and that was my roots, but then Los Angeles, I was like, you know, as an actor, you're either in New York or LA, and so you have to be in one of those cities to be acting. But I loved Los Angeles after a while. Like I just got used to it.
Okay.
And I miss the snow. You know,
I'm from the East Coast, too.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
miss that stuff at all.
No, I don't.
No.
I like the snow. But and other people and the city, I like that. But then LA, I don't know. I like both. I think the thing I like the most about being in LA is when you're shooting something in films, it's easier to stay outside for long periods
Yeah.
of time and not freeze. And it's just different. I guess I have to say I like both, but I didn't have a problem adjusting.
Okay. I don't know. I was just wondering
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
The Last American Virgin to me is such a Los Angeles movie. I mean, it's
Right,
I mean,
right.
I've been to all the locations, by the way. I've
I'd love to shoot back east,
I've
you know,
been
that
to
would be
your.
fun.
I've been to the Last American Virgin house where the bicycle, flat tire, everything.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah.
How manipulative was that, right,
Oh.
Gary? That was so. I didn't occur to me until some.
What a
fans,
guy.
Yeah, some fans said to me, "Hey, that's pretty manipulative that he poked a hole in your tire. He's sort of creepy." And I was like, "It never occurred to me. I guess I was pretty innocent." I have one more thing to give you.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Now, this is another thing
I'll
that's.
take it.
Well, I talked about Brett Ratner before, who I think is awesome, and he produced this movie, which I was in. He asked me to. He interviewed me for this film, and it's now out. And
What
it's a
film?
documentary on Canon Films, who did Last American Virgin. So if you buy this film, I'm going to cover my face now, right? Look at that. This is the T-shirt, and this is for you.
Oh my God!
It's for Mike.
I have seen this movie and I loved
You
this movie.
did?
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
love film documentaries.
So this is it's called The Wild Untold Story of Canon Films,
Yeah,
the
Electric
Electric
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
Yeah.
And so the idea is that I was
Thank
interviewed
you
for it
so much.
and Brett Ratner produced it, and so I'm giving a shout out to Brett and say, hey, I'm pushing your stuff.
Yeah,
so,
excellent
yeah,
documentary.
It's a great documentary
about a
so.
really interesting era.
And you'll
of
see Last
movies.
American Virgin shots too.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
so.
it's and all. I mean, the Death Wish 3,
Yeah,
Masters
right?
of the Universe, incredible. No, this is an amazing story. That's a whole other thing. But okay, so after the Last American Virgin, I mean, you were just busy. I was looking at your IMDb, and all week, by the way, at our house, like me and my wife and my friend Damon, we had Franklin Fest. All week, which is Diane Franklin, all
You
week,
have to
every
friend me
night.
on Facebook. You'll get even more stuff.
All
You'll
right,
be like
yeah.
shocked. But anyway, keep going.
We watched Summer Girl, which I actually loved Summer Girl.
I
Now-
want to see if I can get that re-released. I actually
Yeah.
talked to Scream Factory or
Oh
Shock
yeah,
Factory, right?
Oh, that's gotta come out. I mean,
Yeah.
Summer Girl was like really. You really had a really interesting role in that movie.
I was evil.
Yeah, you come
Yep.
off as this like nerd in the first scene, and
Yep.
then from the rest of it, you're just manipulating the entire family.
I seduced the husband, who was Barry Bostwick.
Yeah.
I kidnapped the kids. I drugged the mom, which was Kim Darby, who was in Better Off Dead.
Yes.
Wait, give me the book for a second.
Yes.
And then, thank you. And then I pushed my boyfriend off a cliff, who was really cute and sad that I did, but Hunt Block, I pushed him off
I
a
love
cliff.
how the dad gets a little upset when the boyfriend turns.
Oh, here it is. You got it. Look, there's the picture. Here, I don't know. Yeah, see?
Oh, yeah, there
this
it is.
Is it. There's Kim Darby. And so I destroy their life. So much so that a friend of mine had told me that she had to like counsel, she was a therapist, she had to counsel someone because they had seen this Summer Girl and they didn't want to hire a babysitter because...
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I
That's
was... And she's like,
hilarious.
babysitters aren't really like this, but...
But you were so good in that movie. It's
pretty evil.
And it was a made-for-TV movie.
Yep.
But a lot of these made-for-TV movies, especially in that era, they could kind of get away with things that like they were almost a little sleazy in a way.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It was very weird.
The bathing suits, I don't know if you saw it there. If you get my book, you'll see this bathing suit. It comes down to my belly button. You can't swim in that. That's not happening, okay? It was pretty fun. It was great. We shot it.
And there was
in Hawaii.
Deadly Lessons.
Deadly Lessons.
Which was,
I love
you know,
Deadly Lessons.
The you and Ali. It was like a
Ali
slasher
Sheedy.
movie, but it was a very soft slasher movie. I think Summer Girl's way cooler of a movie.
I was really fortunate that I got. Oh, sorry, Mike. I was Mike. I was really fortunate that I had a lot of leads, because first of all, I mean, that wasn't a given when I was growing up. A lot of women didn't have lead roles in things. Then when I came on the scene, and I think part of it was my curly hair. It was different. I was lucky to get that opportunity, for whatever it's worth, to be, given audition for these roles and then get the opportunity to act them.
Right.
So there's a lot of people who act in a lot of work, but as an actress, I felt so lucky that I could get these big parts.
Yeah,
and
there were just
Monique
one
Genet
after
and Better Off
another,
Dead.
one after
Yeah.
another, and I mean,
I-
it was just like, whoa, super busy. I was looking at your IMDb and trying to figure out like how you would schedule your real life.
Oh, well, I will tell you something interesting. I was going back to back on projects, and
Yes.
then I actually auditioned for Amadeus, and it was between me and Elizabeth for the role, which I that role is like unbelievable. I mean, what an amazing role. That would have changed my life. I would have never have done Better Off Dead if I had gotten that. So let's be glad I didn't.
Yeah.
So what happened was I wound up auditioning for it, and I remember being so exhausted. I was just so tired, and I thought, I don't think I could even do a good job on this role because I'm so tired from working back to back on everything. And when I didn't get it, I mean, of course I was sad because I would have loved to have done it. But at the same time, I remember saying to myself, Elizabeth's going to do a great job in this because I'm too tired. I know she's going to do a great job. So it's kind of funny, like as an actress, you kind of have to deal with things as they come. And I mean, just because you get a lot of work doesn't mean that you have the energy to do it,
Right, right.
So, but anyway, I think all worked well.
Well, in the
so.
long run, I mean, I think Better Off Dead is a much more talked about movie than
It is very
Amadeus.
nice, and
People
personally,
love
I
this
like the
movie, yeah.
character. She is, kick-ass, So I can fix a car and throw a baseball and all these things. Very
And
fun,
speak English.
And speak English, right?
You know what's funny is you do a French accent so well, and it's like Paris, France.
Oh, thank
I grew
you.
up in Quebec, Canada.
No, you
and
see,
it's a
here's
very
the-
different French accent.
Guess
there.
what? That's where I learned it.
Really?
I learned it in Quebec because we went on vacation when I was like 10 years old to Quebec, and so that's why I heard
Quebec
it. And I
City?
went, Quebec
Or
Quebec-
Montreal?
I think Quebec City.
Okay.
But I mean, I remember people talking like this, and it was very. The whole thing sounded so much fun to me. And then, but then I took French in school, and I studied the language for the part. So maybe I found myself a little bit more French. But thank you, because people said, "Oh, she doesn't." I don't know. I got reviews at the time, and they were like, "Oh, she doesn't have a good French accent," and I was like, "Really? I really worked hard, but whatever." I'm glad. I think it's believable as a character.
Well, yeah.
so.
I mean, that wouldn't be the least believable thing in that movie anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a cartoon.
Thank you. Right. It's a live-action cartoon.
But yeah, exactly. No, another sort of question, which Better Off Dead is probably the thing. Is that the thing that you're most known for, recognized like around?
Oh my gosh.
Cult movie?
I would have to say Last American Virgin tied with Better Off Dead, but then I get Amityville People also. So it's really
Do you ever get
weird.
Deadly Lessons fans coming up to you
Once
at
in a
conventions?
while. Deadly Lesson once
Summer
in a
Girl.
while. There's some people who like Summer Girl, a couple of fans. Yeah, it's
Freddy's
the
Dead
TerraVision.
TV show?
TerraVision.
TerraVision. Oh man.
Does anyone know TerraVision? This is a biggest.
We watched
biggest
it last
surprise.
night. I mean, I'd seen it years ago, but
Yeah.
watched it again last night, me and my wife.
TerraVision was probably the biggest surprise because nobody got that film when it came out.
Really?
Nobody. And we knew it was a parody of the 80s. In the 80s. That's what happened. It was made in the 80s, in 89, I think. And people didn't get, we were making, like, the director was making fun of
Oh,
the 80s.
man.
I mean, essentially.
Yeah.
But nobody got that. So we were like, okay, well, we get it. We think it's funny.
You know the funny thing is I watched it in the 80s because I was really into like horror movies and just anything
Okay.
weird, and that was weird.
That was so weird.
So
and
weird.
But so funny.
And by the way, the soundtrack, the Fibonacci's, that song
Yes,
TerraVision
right?
is so good. But when I watched it again last night, it was through a whole new set of eyes, and I think it's better now than it ever was.
Yeah, because
know?
you really get the innuendos. It probably should have been rated PG.
Yeah.
But we shot it in Italy, and the set designers did a lot of these paintings of like naked women in sexual positions, and so the problem is you can't cut away from it. There's no bad language, there's no nudity, there's no blood, violence. It's pretty mild, and at the same time,
Oh, it's a
the
comedy.
shots are like
It's a comedy with
Yeah.
slimy monsters that look like, again, cartoons.
it was
and you had
great.
incredible hair and makeup in that movie. It was just like,
I look like Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
and-
Well, no, like Cyndi Lauper extreme.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take this last call.
All right.
And then I've got to get to a few things. But hello, you're on the line with Diane Franklin. Hi.
Gary from Georgia.
Wait, what's your name again?
Gary.
Oh, hi.
Gary from Georgia?
I don't know Gary from Georgia, I think, unless, are you a Facebook friend?
No, I haven't used Facebook.
Okay, all right. Well, hi, Gary. How
Gary,
are
do you have a question for Diane?
Yeah. I want to know.
Yes? Yes?
And I'm in
Time's running out.
okay. My favorite movie with you in it was Second Time Lucky.
Yes.
Oh, Second Time
Did
Lucky.
you see that?
Part of Franklin Fest. We watched
Right?
it this week. Yeah, that's a crazy one. You like that one, huh?
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Oh, Gary, that's nice. Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, when I was watching this web video called Collider Movie Talk, and one of the hosts said you have to go to Hollywood and get connections. And but I've seen a lot of people actually make movies without even having to go to Los Angeles or New York to
Yes.
do it.
Nowadays, it's easier to, definitely.
Thank you for your call, Gary. So yeah, no, he's right. It's it is. You can make movies anywhere.
Yep,
but
you
no,
can.
It was just a little hard to understand.
Yeah, it
Gary,
was
over
hard.
the phone.
But you know what? The thing is that, again, in the 80s, it was, I was just talking to one of your co-people here, and I was talking about how, back in the 80s, if you want to make something, you were borrowing other people's equipment at midnight because they would be with a production company, and so you had to use their equipment and their sound stuff and shoot and cut the film all night long. Whereas today, oh my gosh, you can make your own channel. You can do your own YouTube thing and just sort of see, have anybody come and watch your stuff. So I mean, today it's
We're
a
doing it-
huge
we're doing it
benefit.
today.
Yeah. See, and there we are. Here we are. So, well, listen. I just want to tell you, first of all, you are awesome, and I just had the best time.
Oh, my God.
So, merci buckets.
This is crazy. I mean,
This
I've
fantastique.
got to say, it's weird. I'd probably 1989. See, I grew up in the country, like way out of a city, like in the middle of frickin' nowhere, and my only connection to the world was VHS tapes like this. So that's what that's what the cities are like. So
Right? Oh, boy.
maybe once a year, somebody would take pity at the church and send a bus into the city to, go watch a movie in a movie theater, like a real teenager.
Yeah.
So I remember once getting on one of these buses, and the bus took us an hour into the city of Ottawa, and went into the movie theater. It was a multiplex, and I sat down in the movie theater to watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Wow.
I was sitting beside a girl with acid wash jeans.
Good.
Fr-
I
fr-
know
from
your
my
80s,
high school.
for sure.
She was really into Bon Jovi. I wasn't. I was more of a Metallica guy.
I know, right? You have to make that decision at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it's-
You had to know what your music taste was.
So I sat in the theater and had my mind blown by Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which I
sorry.
loved. And now I'm sitting here staring you eye to eye. This is how weird of a world is this?
You're totally excellent.
Isn't this insane?
Yeah, it's pretty. Well, what's bizarre
me, it's
is
insane.
For you to remember me, that's insane. I mean, how is it that 30 years or so can pass and I'm sitting here with somebody who remembers me in these films? To me, that's a gift.
I more than remember. I mean, I watch these things. I study these things.
And we can watch it, which is the other thing. We weren't able to watch things now. So all these actors are very lucky now. Like even all the actresses that I know who are the same age as me. I mean, people can pick up your films and watch them. So I think that's a gift. I'm so. You're totally excellent, and thank you for remembering me. Right?
Thank you for coming to the show. I saw you in public once before. I saw you at one of these conventions.
Oh, you did?
And
Which one?
It
Do
was
you know?
the Hollywood show. It was the
Oh,
entire
yeah,
cast.
yeah.
And I went to see the entire cast of The Last American Virgin, and I got there and I was
Yes.
petrified. I was choked. I was and I couldn't talk to you. You were surrounded by all these people.
You
and
know
I
who
was
came?
I was so intimidated.
Well, no.
Yeah, I
don't
was.
But no, now you're okay. You're good.
Well-
but here's the thing. Beverly Hills Housewives, the Housewives of Beverly
Oh,
Hills,
yeah.
they came and they videotaped me while I was doing the show. So I remember that.
Kim
That
Richards was there.
Right.
From another one of my favorite movies, Tough Turf.
Yeah,
and I'm
right.
a
Tough
little
Turf. Oh my gosh.
I'm a little angry at Kim
Why?
and Robert Downey Jr. and James Spader
my
and
gosh.
Olivia Barash.
Right.
Because I invited them here for a Tough Turf reunion and none of them returned my messages.
And guess what? I think I auditioned for that too. So,
Really?
Yep. So
Ah!
you
The show is over and
Yeah.
we've only just begun. This
Yeah.
is so annoying.
friend me on Facebook.
Okay.
Diane D. Franklin.
Okay, Diane Franklin. Okay, by the way, I was too nervous to talk to you, but Mike, I did get to talk to Joe Rubbo. Look.
Oh, Joe.
He was the only one that I wasn't afraid to talk to for some reason.
That's so good. Oh, wow, and you had the Cannon shirt.
Yeah.
That's
and that's my wife, Marika. But yeah.
She's so beautiful.
Well, thanks. But thank you for coming to the show. All of you guys out there. Tom Green, thank you for letting us use your
Tom
studio.
Green, you should
thank you for
be
letting us
here
put on the show
next
today.
time.
And go to connectpal.com/Tom Green. I have more questions for Diane, but you guys aren't going to hear the answers.
Sorry.
So thank you, and goodbye for
Au
now.
revoir. Au revoir.
Do you like what you see? Would you consider supporting me? T-shirts for sale. I've got T-shirts for sale. I've got T-shirts. I've got T-shirts. I've got T-shirts for sale. T-shirts for sale. I got T-shirts for sale. I got T-shirts. I've got T-shirts. I've got T-shirts for sale. Everyone with
Yeah.